Welcome back to the cryptoworld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the Bitcoin price is still testing this very important point of resistance. And we have just seen a Bitcoin signal that usually flashes once per year. This is important to pay attention to. On top of that, I'll be talking about this mysterious Bitcoin wallet that just accumulated over $3.5 billion worth of Bitcoin within the last 1 day. And later in this video, I'll be talking about an important signal in the US dollar currency index and what is happening in the stock markets right now. So definitely make sure you're sticking around all the way to the end of the video so that you don't miss out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, you might as well leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on, because obviously it is completely for free to do that, and you're going to be getting these valuable updates every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. It's right here on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame, and we've got this point of resistance here, which I have now got as a price range. But over the past few days, I have been looking at a single horizontal level. But by looking at this resistance as a price range, that takes all of these candle wicks into account. And so the price range that we're looking at here is in between around 38,500 up towards around 39,500. And so far over the past 1.5 weeks, we have found a lot of resistance in that exact price range. But if you're looking at all of these price action over the past 1.5 weeks, what is good to see is the fact that we've seen somewhat horizontal highs while the lows have been higher lows, which basically means that the buyers, the demand for Bitcoin right now is slowly increasing, at least over the past 1 to 1.5 weeks, while the selling pressure in the short term is somewhat stagnant. It hasn't really moved that much. And so if this trend continues, if the buying demand continues to increase while the sellers remain the same, then eventually the increasing demand in the shorter term will push through that sell wall. And obviously if that leads us into a breakout above this point of resistance, that would be a bullish signal for Bitcoin in the shorter term. And if that happens, we need to talk about some other price targets to the upside, which I will be talking about in just a moment with these other important Bitcoin charts. But just before we get into that, I thought it's important to talk about some on-chain analysis for Bitcoin. This chart right here shows us the supply adjusted coin days destroyed. So first of all, the black line right here is the Bitcoin price in US dollars dating back since the beginning of 2019. And the purple line is the supply adjusted coin days destroyed. And to quickly explain what that means, first of all, coin days is the amount of days that a Bitcoin accumulates if it is sitting still in a wallet. So for example, if I had 1 Bitcoin in a wallet and I held it there for 10 days, then that Bitcoin has accumulated 10 coin days. And then coin days destroyed is if that Bitcoin moves after accumulating coin days, because when a Bitcoin moves from one wallet to another, that essentially destroys the coin days that it accumulated. So in that previous example, if I had that 1 Bitcoin holding for 10 days that accumulated 10 coin days, then if I moved that Bitcoin to another wallet, then I would have destroyed 10 coin days. And what this is right here, the supply adjusted coin days destroyed, is basically the total value of coin days destroyed divided by the total supply of Bitcoin. So when we see a major spike in coin days destroyed, that usually means a lot of Bitcoin has just moved, and it's usually moved from long-term holders. And you can see right here, over 3 years worth of Bitcoin price history, these major spikes in coin days destroyed usually occur at either turning point in the market or inflection point in the market. And what's very interesting is the last 3 major spikes that we have seen over the past 3 years turn out to be bullish signals for the Bitcoin price, at least in the shorter term. For example, this signal that we saw in the middle of 2019, on the day that we saw that massive spike, Bitcoin was at around 9,500 US dollars. And within about 1 week later, the Bitcoin price was then trading at around 12,000 US dollars. So once again, that was a shorter term bullish signal. But if you're looking at the larger trend, technically we were in a larger downtrend at that point. But then if you're looking at the major spike in this indicator that we saw in November 2020, that was at an inflection point in the market rather than a turning point, because this entire time we were still in an uptrend. It's not like we went from a downtrend to an uptrend or an uptrend to a downtrend. But when we did see that spike late 2020, that basically ramped up all of the bullish price action for Bitcoin. And then the next major spike that we saw in this indicator was during July 2021, which also proved as a bullish signal, because of course at the end of July leading into August, we were seeing a lot of bullish price action. So what could have caused this massive signal? Why did so many coin days just get destroyed? Well, to answer that question, it's because of this Bitcoin wallet right here. Around 2 days ago, this wallet was holding 0 Bitcoin. And right now, this wallet is currently holding over 94,600 Bitcoin, which is worth over 3.6 billion US dollars. And once again, this wallet has received that Bitcoin within the last 1 to 2 days. And according to the Whale Alert Twitter feed, all of this Bitcoin is stolen Bitcoin that came from the Bitfinex hack in 2016. So basically, this massive spike in coin days destroyed came from a hacker moving over 3 $3.6 billion worth of Bitcoin into a new Bitcoin wallet. But lucky for us, every single Bitcoin transaction is public for everyone to see, so we can actually track exactly where this Bitcoin is going, and we can tell for certain that this is stolen Bitcoin from the Bitfinex hack, which means Bitcoin exchanges can also tell that this is stolen Bitcoin, and it is extremely unlikely that this person would be able to transfer all of this Bitcoin to an exchange to then sell that Bitcoin, because if they did try to transfer any Bitcoin to an exchange, then the exchange would pick up on that, and then we would be able to identify the hacker who owns all of this Bitcoin. And you might be wondering, what about decentralized exchanges? And well, decentralized exchanges, first of all, wouldn't really have the liquidity to support a sell order of this magnitude if this person tried to sell all of this Bitcoin. And second of all, not many people out there would want to buy this Bitcoin because it is not clean Bitcoin. And finally, most centralized exchanges do not use decentralized exchanges to determine Bitcoin's price, which means if this hacker tried to sell a lot of Bitcoin on a decentralized exchange, then it could dump the Bitcoin price on that specific decentralized exchange, but it might not necessarily dump the Bitcoin price across the market on other exchanges. But I thought this is definitely something interesting to cover in this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Anyway, getting into some more Bitcoin technical analysis, right here, this is the Bitcoin to US dollar chart on the daily time frame. We are currently running into that resistance point, coming in close to 40,000, as I mentioned in the intro of this video. But if you're looking in Bitcoin's daily RSI, we are currently breaking out to the upside, and we have seen 2 daily candle closes with the RSI above this descending line of resistance, which technically speaking is a bullish signal on the daily time frame. But here on the 3-day time frame, we are seeing a similar breakout, but we haven't seen a confirmation just yet, because the next 3 daily candle closes in about 9 hours from now. And so if we see that 3 daily candle close in the green, and if at that time the RSI is above this descending line of resistance on the 3-day time frame, then that would technically confirm this breakout to the upside on the 3-day RSI. And as you can see in these previous examples, that is obviously a bullish sign for Bitcoin, at least in the shorter term. But here on the 4-hour time frame for Bitcoin, again, if we cannot break above this area of resistance in a more bearish scenario, then something to pay attention to is a possible rising wedge pattern, which right now the line of resistance is coming in at around 39.3k, and the line of support is coming in at around 37.6k. So if we see a break below that line of support with confirmation, then the technical price target is towards the bottom of the wedge, which is coming in at around 35.7k approximately. Now taking a quick look at the US dollar currency index on the 3-day time frame, this is important for all crypto holders out there, because what we are seeing right now is a very clear rejection from the golden pocket, and also a rejection from this price target from this previous W pattern that we have been talking about recently on the channel. And on top of that, in the price action, we have seen higher highs, but in the RSI, we are seeing lower highs on the 3-day time frame, which is a bearish divergence and obviously bearish for the US dollar currency index. But keep in mind, we still need to see this 3 daily candle close in the red to actually confirm this bearish divergence. And so if that happens, once again, that would be bearish for the US dollar currency index, which is bullish for the Bitcoin price and bullish for the overall crypto markets. Because for anyone new to the channel, if the US dollar is moving to the upside in an uptrend, that is bearish for crypto, and technically bearish for anything that is paired against the US dollar. But if the US dollar is moving to the downside, like what it did in late 2020 and early 2021, then that is simply bullish for Bitcoin and bullish for the overall crypto market. And quickly talking about what's happening in the stock market, we are still technically playing out this bullish W pattern here on the 2-hour time frame for the S&P 500 index. And as I've been mentioning over the past few days, if we continue to play this out and hit the price target, which is coming in at around 4.7k, then obviously that is bullish for the S&P 500 and also bullish for crypto. And if you want to get more updates on the crypto markets throughout the day, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter, and the link to my Twitter is in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. If you got anything of value out of this video or simply enjoyed it, please make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important updates that I post every single day. And before you click off, you might as well check out one of these uploads if you haven't already. And as always, I appreciate all of you support the channel at the moment. I can't thank you enough. But anyway, that is it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.